show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep, where you from? Where you post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, it's to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move you bet.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A give to Williams, running right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
I don't need to. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
First carry for Spencer Ware. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block.
Yellow. There's no line. Attack. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Bring it. Protein Smith. Check. Fresno.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Rip left.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Check 99. Check 99. Easy. Hey, 23.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Yellow.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick by Butker is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Alert 3. Jim. Double. Watch safety 3.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Lucky. Greystone.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 3, Steelers nothing.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Snickers. Double bump. Rush in.
On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And some room to maneuver. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now Roethlisberger under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now this throw caught left side, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards there, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's got it. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Check Mike 21, check Mike 21. We want this. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. All day, every day. Attack! You got attack. Attack!
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. The 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in, and the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
230. Let's go. Check 4.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Roethlisberger on target to Washington. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's third and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Watch the curl. X3, 218, chopper. Check 3. Take 2 of them.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Good job. 180. And let's pin the mirrors. Hey, alert, 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 alert. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Hey, here we go. Watch. Hey. High 7. Look, there's a 50, Mike's 50. I got you. Watch twist. Whirl. Kill.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They go play action now. Roethlisberger got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
These two. Let's go.
Here's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. He's going to launch it for Washington, and it's knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. 12 yards on the return that time, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Start! Who's 30? Check. Here we go.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Complete to Washington. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
He's coming. Double up. Beat these two. Let's go. Switch.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Let's go. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Yellow.
Running on first down with Ware. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Watch out for Hill on the return. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. To throw, it's Mahomes. And they're going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, 76 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Spencer Ware, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Roethlisberger now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 63 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll run now with Ware. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the run, it's Ware. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They will run with Ware, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Spencer Ware saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Let's go, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they?
When
we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Roethlisberger to throw.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Flush to his right. Complete. It's Johnson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
They're not home yet. They still need the 2-point conversion to keep their Super Bowl dreams alive. They'll try and run it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Meanwhile here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Today's final score.
Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damage. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low key. I can carve for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump and hop on it, hop at it. Rep for your bra. When your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, while we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.